Hey guys, and welcome to another episode and first episode on this channel of SnapCast. It was originally hosted by our JRcrash, but he kindly relinquished the role to pursue other things, and I volunteered to take over. So you'll be seeing new maps on this channel. I am Count Lazuli, and I would like to introduce to you Dingenouts here, the author of The Demon Shop in SnapMap, as well as Astro Delta. And you had another one.
By Sanity was the
By
other
Sanity. So how you doing, Dingy?
Doing good. Working on the Urbis reaction 4.
All right, awesome.
Also working on making the Baron T-pose.
Oh.
Then slightly to when during the cat battle. I'm working on.
Perfect. And then we've got Sickly Shimly. I already forget the name of your series, man. I am so sorry. I know.
Dimension Crisis remade.
Dimension Crisis. That's what it was.
Might actually get past part 5 this time. Hope I don't log out of my PSN account and forget passwords.
Oh yeah, let's not do that.
That's how I lost the old. But
now,
luckily for me, it wiped my portfolio clean.
Oh, that sounds like it hurts.
Oh no, that was a good thing. Remember, I was before the new profile. I was a slab mapper.
Oh yes, the days, back in the day. But I tell you what, we're here with
the old map still exists.
All right. Now I tell you what, guys, we're here with a more modern Snap map, pretty kick-ass one in my opinion. We are looking at what is sort of a combination of Doom Eternal's Cultist base and Doom Hunter base, the Agaddon Stronghold. You have been sent to the Arctic to eradicate the Doom Hunters. Entirely custom geo with Eternal mechanics and mods. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'd say I'm ready to get into this map. Alright.
Let's go.
Insert ear rape, moist critical going, screening.
Alright, so... Yeah, you guys, I mean, obviously, Dingy, you played a part in this map, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I made the Minecraft Doom Hunters that you will see in the gameplay.
They might be Minecrafty, but they're still pretty effective. For sure.
They're still effective, but they look more like Minecraft creations.
Oh, and by the way, this map's made by Nisho. Yeah, I guess I should probably mention the author of the map. And there's a couple co-authors, as we just mentioned, Dingenouts. Now, I don't mean to brag, but I think I did alright in the playthrough of this map in the video we're about to see here.
We haven't...
Dinge will, I can't.
I believe also Soviet had some work in this map for putting the runes in.
The runes?
Yeah, there's a rune interactable. You can touch a hell switch and it will give you savagery.
Oh yeah, I picked that up. And I see you got your Doom Eternal mechanics here. Now because my melee and my glory kill button are the same, I blood punch every time I glory kill. As you're gonna see in time. And by the way, I really like the way this was recreated.
Unfortunately, this is the only recreation from Cultist base. The other areas. Actually, no. I just remembered. There's another room that is recreated, but there aren't that many recreations. It's mostly original.
Yeah, like there was one big Cultist Space remake. I think it was the first one. It mainly focused on the outside areas.
You mean Jimmy Bacon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was fun to play through before Eternal came out.
No, for sure. Yeah, that did come out before Eternal. It did. I really like the way here the crates. I really like how the decals are used to make the actual cultist crates.
Well, I originally thought it was the industrial metal texture from the blocking box applied to it. Because there are some of these snow piles in the map that are actually retextured gore piles.
Yeah, I noticed. They've got some kind of metal skin on them.
I was surprised to learn that those boxes have decals on them rather than a retexture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely recognize these rooms here. Like, this was the Mancubus intro room in Doom Eternal.
I mean, I definitely recognize it because I just played through it an hour ago.
I mean, I actually just did this footage this morning, believe it or not. Which is why, like, what happened was the original footage, it actually had, like, the rest of my computer in the background, and I couldn't get rid of it. So I had to replay the map. But because I knew the map, I was able to do, like, a semi-speed run here.
So this is short video.
Yeah, this is gonna be a short episode here. Just a way to start off SnapCast's next phase.
Oh god, the Dwaynes.
Not the Dwaynes!
Oh, the Dwaynes. One of the bosses I had in mind for Airbase Reaction 5 would be Wyatt and Dwayne attacking you at the same time. The two memes of the Snap Map community fight alongside each other.
Wyatt and Dwayne.
The most deadliest combo.
Wyatt.
Oh no, you don't know Wyatt?
Who's the other one?
Wyatt is the oh so powerful Unwilling.
I've seen him portrayed as a Mank sometimes.
Yeah, and he originally was portrayed as a Mank, but I somehow just changed it into an Unwilling.
Oh, there's the snow effects right there. Unless that's something else.
Oh, that was a gore pile.
Yeah.
That was a retextured gore pile.
Oh, this is a cool room. I like what you did here.
Wait, who did?
I mean, you made part of this, didn't you? Indirectly with the Doom Hunter?
Yeah, actually. In the original Doom Hunter's map.
Look at that. That's great.
Oh,
it's great use.
Movers.
Yeah, it's great use of the movers.
Yeah, I definitely
but in the original map where I introduced the Agaddon Hunter in, there was a side grid room that the player wouldn't enter, where you had the Doom Hunter himself, as well as the sled and a hanging Doom Hunter body individually.
Huh. Alright.
So people could use them as props in their maps.
That's good, that's good. By the way, I really love the way, like, I know this is based on, you know, an existing Doom level or two, but I really like the way that the rock and metal are transitioned in this map. The Geo here did a really good job of bringing life to it. Oh, there it is. Savagery. Faster. Oh, actually, how'd you do that, by the way? Like, how did you guys get a faster glory kill? Is that a mod?
It's done by the snap hackers activating a ruin.
Okay, so it is a mod, technically.
Technically speaking, it would be a mod, but if it would actually be a mod, console people would not be able to use it because you would be modifying the files.
Okay.
It's more of a hacked thing.
All right.
This is why the most that has been done is retexturing demons or something.
You'll notice that I get a little bit of lag here, and I think that has to do with the fact that the demons are getting on top of blocks above the ground, which does actually create a bit of a lag effect sometimes.
And this is the only room that, when I play through the map, I have gotten lag spikes in. In the other rooms, it's perfectly fine. But in this room, it just lags. You also see the Doom Hunter, by the way, in the middle of the room.
What, down there?
Yeah, down there.
Yeah. Yeah, we went right in front of it.
Most people don't notice it.
Really? It's like the corner piece, or not corner piece, but like the cornerstone. It's like the whole focal point of the room. And people missed this?
Yep. I missed it on my first playthrough.
Huh.
And on
Okay.
my second. And on my third. Until I noticed it in the fourth.
Okay. One thing I always wish we had in SnapMap was like a daytime skybox.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would have went really
Most
well.
of it-
Like,
Most of
I
it
know
is
that the
based on
closest-
Mars.
Mhm.
yeah, the closest thing to a daytime thing we had is one of the classic,
Classic Mars, yeah.
yeah.
It's what I use
With
in
the,
a
like,
handful.
white, cloudy
Look what I found.
sky.
I found a little crack in the geo.
Oh wow, I did.
Agreed.
I never noticed that.
Agreed.
I always notice at least one in a map here and there.
You might be able to
Good
notice
thing
some
for
in
me
my
that-
maps.
Good thing for me then that I only, like, whenever I make a map that ever uses custom geo, it's usually only one.
I kind of wish there was like
I'll try
a.
again.
I think it'd be really good if there was like a. Not a grid, but like a ratchet system for rotating objects,
Ah, that's true.
or at least on angles.
There's a hanging. Wait, hold on. Are they missing their fit? Oh,
I think
hold
they
on.
are.
Oh my god, you have to be kidding. First it was the decals, now
See-
it's the face.
See, I thought that was intentional because they're like turned off or something.
Well, I don't see the metal on them.
Love that
It could
elevator.
It could just be the
Maybe
light. It could just be the lighting, actually.
Again, it's there's some really solid geo here. Like you guys
Maybe
didn't use
because of
too
the fact
much.
that it's like a, maybe because it's a custom geo map. Maybe their faces could have been removed to save on like memory or something.
Either that, or they didn't have the dynamic settings toggled. But like, yeah, look at this environment. I know it's based on pre-existing art style, but still, I just think it's really solid in terms of the gameplay. It doesn't rely on too many details, but it's a lot of just where everything is placed and positioned.
What if I said that I've made it a strict rule in my maps ever since an incident back in my slap mapping day to almost never give the player the super shot?
Really? I didn't know that. I was actually
Just
wondering why
because
there
of the
wasn't.
Yeah, it's because back in my old profile, I was making a campaign called Prison Gone. And I was making the final level, which was a boss fight against the character Mazarago. In which you were, throughout the maps, you got your hands on a super shotgun. And because Mazarago is a Hell Knight, with buffed up HP and stuff, the problem with it is the super shotgun just ripped right through his health.
Oh, okay.
The super shotgun ripped him to pieces.
The super shotgun
So
is
because of the
known.
fact that, yeah, because of how strong it was against the bosses of my maps, I made it a strict rule to never use it.
Okay.
At least until I can get bosses with multiple phases, which is something I've managed to do as of recent. Basically, I am not going to bring the super shotgun back until I am confident that my boss can hold the boss that I'm making can hold up as well as Terragrithius could on a weekday.
Okay.
Seriously, Terragrithius was nuts.
He was actually Soviet and Onion and I played that a couple weeks ago, and we just tore through it.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like I think in like less than an hour. Yeah, I don't know why, but Soviet Onion and I, we do pretty well in co-op maps.
Talking about co-op maps, there aren't really that many.
No,
Yeah, I know that
they're a lot
because-
harder to make.
because of
The only ones that I
Exactly.
remember that we have of multiplayer maps would be Quick Doom from AC Slayer, Hall of Suffering from Stony Fever, and then
Wait,
maybe
that
some
was a
of...
multiplayer map?
Yeah, it's a 3-player multiplayer map.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Holy shit!
There-
I did not
well,
know that.
I found these random people on YouTube which recently started playing
there
Snap
you go.
maps together. Ah yes, it's the Minecraft Doom Hunter.
He's still fun to fight though. I actually I found there was some challenge. You had to actually time. You had to remember that. Okay, so you know what? How about you explain to me how this system works?
So when the message pops up, it will test a gate when the message ends, and if you didn't jump during that time, which if you jump or if you dash, it will set the gate to true. And basically, how the gate determines if you missed or didn't attempt to dodge the attack whatsoever is that when A and B is false, it will deal damage, but when it's not equal, it won't deal damage.
Okay.
And that's how the whole system works.
All right. Okay. This is one of my favorite rooms here. Like this is just so cool. I love the triangular door. Just all of it just. Wow.
What I call that emote, hey, look at me, I'm the target.
Oh, for sure. For sure. This,
But
this
yeah,
I thought was...
one reason why I want one of the reasons I want to make a boss that can hold up in combat as well as Terragrithius could is because of the fact that Dimension Crisis is all about the SnapMap database and stuff. I
Right.
want to reference other maps such as Terragrithius Chamber and Devil City Ransom at some point.
Now, maybe I just haven't played this in some time, but I feel like there's a little bit of glass cannon gameplay here where the enemies are fairly easy to take down, but so are you. Because I've taken some heavy hits in this map. I don't know if it looks like it to you guys here, but at least in the previous playthrough, I was getting hurt real bad.
Well, like you said, in this
Maybe I should
gameplay you're playing
replay
through it
Prison.
through the second time,
Maybe I should
so you kind of
replay.
know what's coming.
But like I just noticed earlier in my gameplay, I was fighting, I think it was a Mancubus, and he was just chewing through my armor.
Yeah, the munchies and armor was the cookie that man.
But no, I had some fun doing this.
You know, I have been considering.
I should
I should continue. Shimly.
I should try replaying the Prison Dawn series again. Maybe that's what Maserati was back then. Maybe that's why the super shotgun ripped him in half. Because maybe he was built to be a glass cannon back in that fight.
Huh.
Because I remember he did when I was doing the practicing for the map. Because I didn't have invincibility stuff on all the time. Usually when I test a map, I have like invincible and infinite ammo because it's usually from the late stages that I start adding the health, armor, and ammo pickups. So before then, I just put those on just to make sure stuff is working. And then I will do the final tests where I turn that stuff off and put down the pickups to see if it's survivable in its state. And the thing about Prison Gone is, despite the fact that 90% of the enemies are imps, the series is pretty unforgiving with the lack of resources it gives you, and the fact that it just doesn't seem to want to stop throwing stuff at you.
Reminds me of...
because I didn't know
This
how
is
to,
a cool
I
room.
didn't know how to do a checkpoint. I didn't know how to do like a checkpoint thing. So what I did was if you die, it's game over. Back to the start. And the thing about the fight with Mazarago is he hit like a truck. But for some reason the super shotgun tore him in half in like 5 seconds.
Again, really nice.
So the super shotgun was a no-go for the map.
Again, this map has a very nice color palette between the
Wait, what?
snow, the metal, and the
Wait.
rock.
The map also has... this is the... on the way to Vegas Core, Frank.
Yeah, I recognize that. I like what you did with I like what you and the two other guys you did with I don't know who was taking care of the Geo.
I believe that was just Nisho doing it.
Nisho?
If I remember. Yeah.
Well, I like what he did with kind of that energy rail and made it look like a big structure.
The only thing he messaged me to was about the Doom Hunter. That was the only thing.
Okay, so you just made the Doom Hunters.
I made the Doom Hunters, he saw them and wanted to put them in his maps.
Okay.
But yeah, I know that eventually I might ask for some of the custom Geodemons. Because, once again, Dimension Crisis is gonna be like a celebration of all things Snap.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the idea behind it, at least. The idea for at least.
The idea of Die Sanity, when I made it, was to showcase the modding part. Obviously, that has evolved in the past 9 months to great lengths. I mean, has if one of you seen the boss? I believe it was Xeno was working on? With the floating skull?
No.
Oh, that was crazy.
No.
Exactly. That boss is crazy.
One thing I'd like to...
It actually moves around, it shoots lasers out of its eyes. It really shows how SnapMap has evolved.
Sure.
The modding part.
By the way, I like how in the second phase they involve the minions to add just a little more spice to the fight. Another thing I noticed is there's a really good balance of resources. You don't have too much ammo, so you have to be moving around looking for your shells and your bullets.
There goes Shimly. Oh, he's back.
Blacked out.
Oh.
About the multiple Doom Hunter thing, because the bomb-up messages they clutter up together.
So do they do like double damage when they're together like that?
No. Well, it depends if the signal to spawn them in is both triggered at the same time, then it will just be both of them hitting you at the same time.
Okay.
Which I think this is the old version of the Doom Hunter, the very old one. So if you miss the dodge on the attack, it only deals 3 damage.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. It was a low amount of damage. I did recently change it in the internal demon shop to be 9. So the damage has in fact been tripled.
Okay.
Just to make them a little bit more lethal.
A little bit of help of Terratella, Soviet Onion, and you, Dingy. Worst map ever. Horrible. Just it should just be deleted.
Just horrible. Just terrible. It should be removed. I mean, look at the Doom Hunters. They made it. They're literally from Minecraft,
Horrible.
Charlie,
Just worst
get me my
thing
bug
on
spray.
planet
and they're
Earth.
missing details.
You know what? This is so
Get me my
bad.
bug spray.
This is so bad. I'm just gonna delete my YouTube channel along with all the videos. I think
going
that's
to
reasonable.
I'm going to delete my family.
So
Uh,
what did you guys think? I'll start off with you, Dingy.
well, it's a great map. Besides the some of the things that I mentioned with the Doom Hunters, they're missing decals and the really old versions of they're a really old version, and I've made a more updated version recently, which has a shield as well. So
Complexity.
they're getting they are getting updated, and because they're also getting updated, I'm also going to be making a cult space themed environment as well to go alongside with it, because the original Doom Hunters, they also have their own map, and so I want to do the same thing with the newer Doom Hunters,
Okay.
and then also introduce a bit of snap hack in there as well, like the movers.
You know
and,
the. Oh, sorry. Go on.
and also take a bit of feedback from the original map, because Justin mentioned to me when he was playing through that map, which the map is actually called the Agaddon Hunter,
Okay.
not the Agaddon Stronghold, but the Agaddon Hunter. Justin was really disappointed that when the multiple Doom Hunters spawned in that map, that the walls didn't open up to a snowy open environment. But now we have the tools to do that with SnapHack.
Yeah.
Back then, we didn't even have anything related to modding it. Most of the geodemons I've made, anyone could put in their maps, and they will work fine. They don't use any of the modded stuff. And even the demons, like the Spectre Whiplash, who use the Spectre texture on their blocking boxes, you can still copy and paste them, and they will work. Because it's only a texture change. It doesn't
Okay.
really change anything else.
All right. All right. I just want to mention here, I couldn't help but notice the horns on this guy kind of remind me of Galactus from, I think it's
The
Marvel.
horns have been changed. The horns have been changed.
Can we see the memory, like the decal, like the percents?
Decal,
I want to see like
this here.
He had plenty of room to put the decals in.
Shimly, you have some thoughts on this map?
0 out of 10, destroy my life. Not enough snow. But I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty good. Once again, as someone who doesn't usually do all the crazy custom geo and custom geo demons, once again, that stuff still just has me in a state of, oh, I wish I could do that. Most I can do is a Samuel Hayden that has 2 shields on either side of it that you have to shoot. At the end, you have to destroy Samuel Hayden to get past it. But yeah, the map was really good.
All right.
It had some neat usages of the gore piles for the snow.
It certainly
And,
did.
Like, I knew those were gore piles, but I just knew because you had to get up. But, like, from a distance like it is right here, it's very convincing.
This feels like, or at least it looks like that portion of spring where you still have like a bunch of snowbanks, but they're like half covered in dirt. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. If this is in the Arctic, I do have one question. Where the
Yeah.
hell's the rest of the snow?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I knew global warming was an issue, but holy shit.
Hellfire only expanded it.
But what if Hellfire was cold?
Oh, just like revenge, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, they say, the whole saying, when hell freezes over. Huh? No?
When
Okay.
hell freezes over, I think Satan had to take a dump and he was in the bathroom a little too long and he left the freezer open.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, this was definitely a fun map. In terms of, I'll start off with the Geo. Yeah, you know what, Geo, this definitely, it's not like, kick your balls, Vlad Kublitsky or anything, but it's definitely a really good recreation of the cultist theme from Doom Eternal. Some places in this map got a little more care than others. Like this, I think was one of the best arenas, especially that door at the top there. I just thought was really nice. Even the door on the side, the secret, the extra life. I really like the way that hell frame was integrated into the rock. Some areas didn't really get as much. Like for example, like the beginning. Other than this main room.
The parkour section.
The parkour, actually, that's a good point.
Before the last arena.
The parkour area definitely. Where is it? Here we
go. It was lacking.
Yeah, it was definitely lacking. I guess sometimes when you have like really high geo maps, sometimes there's always a certain area that just doesn't get as much justice. For example, Taylorhead's Eye of Horrors had a couple areas that were kind of empty, but then again, that was also a giant map, so I can forgive him on that.
I haven't played Eye of Horus at all, because the only thing I've heard from it is that the map takes around 2 hours to beat. And I'm not that dedicated to playing the map for that long.
Even with as much as I know about the map still takes me like whenever I try to play it.
I've been getting better with each replay of it. But yeah, I thought the Geo was nice, not perfect. It's only Snap Map, but it was really nice. Gameplay I thought was actually very well done. My first playthrough, I was kind of getting salty about running out of ammo and not being able to find health. And it turns out there was plenty of ammo and plenty of health. So when I figured that out, I had a lot of fun. Exactly. And it's sprinkled all around the map just like snow is. So when I figured that out, I did pretty well. I kind of liked how there was... I think I did this with 2 arenas. There was the final arena. Basically, both places had Agaddon Hunters in them, the Doom Hunters. They had kind of like these little bundles of ammo all stacked together, so you could just jump through that and get all your ammo back, and I thought that was a really nice idea. I liked the mechanic of the Doom Hunters. I liked having to time your jumps and your dodges as you're going around gathering your ammo when unloading on the boss. That was fun. Really nice use of the mod movers in order to create some dynamic little cutscenes and little moments, like that platform that comes up to that big arena with the first hunter. I thought that was real nice. Just a very well-rounded map. It's not too easy. It's not too hard. You got to make sure that you don't die or you'll lose your lives. It's a good challenge. It's not too long either. It's just a very well-rounded map, I think is the way I should say it. Those were my thoughts. I don't know if you guys had anything left to share before we end this show today.
Not really.
No? All right. Well, not enough snow. All right, well, that was Agaddon Stronghold, and I want to thank these 2 gentlemen for joining me today, and I want to thank you, the audience, for joining today. So we're going to figure out what the next map is going to be in the next voting session, and again, if you want to be part of the SnapCast crew, you just send a message and we'll talk. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Adios.